Hey, is this thing on?
Hello, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome if you are new here. My name is Amber, and on my channel I cover a wide range of things in the personal development space. I give advice, share lifestyle tips, and we just have a really great time. So if you are interested in all those topics, make sure you subscribe and stick around and join the community. So sometimes we have to have a more serious conversation. I definitely put my teacher hat on and let you guys know how I feel about certain things. So in today's video, we are talking about the bad habit of being obsessive. And not just obsessive in general over things, but more so obsessive over the past. I feel like obsession definitely leads to repression because you're not able to imagine what your life could be or live out your goals and your dreams. You're repressing those things because you're so focused on the past and what could have been. Now, of course, we're human. We have all been there, whether it's having obsession or thinking about things that you could have done differently in relationships, friendships, in your career. It's natural to have those emotions pop up, but if you're living in the what if, then you're not going to be able to focus on or appreciate what is. So bottom line, you have to stop obsessing about the past. You have to stop thinking about what could have happened or what you could have done differently. That's the thing about the past. It cannot be rewritten. It's already done. But what you can do is take those lessons and learn from them and implement those learnings to help you grow and improve and thrive in your life moving forward. So in today's video, that's exactly what we're talking about. I'm gonna be getting into 5 different ways that you can stop obsessing over the past and adopt a forward-thinking mindset that will help you to be successful in all areas of your life. The first thing you're gonna have to do is be mindful. You need to pay attention and catch yourself when you feel like you're going into the past, starting to think about what you could have done or changes that could have been made or conversations, what you could have said differently. And you really have to be honest with yourself throughout this process because it's so easy to make excuses of like, well, I'm thinking about it because I want to think about how I could have done it better or what I could have improved. Sure, yes, that's helpful in the growth process in some cases, but in reality, you're probably not thinking about it from a growth mindset. You're thinking about it in the past in a sense of what could have been, and that is not going to help you make progress or move forward. So you really have to evaluate and take stock. Even if before you start implementing the other steps, you just take a moment to spend a week, write down every single time that you start obsessing over something from the past and just take note of it. See how often it's happening and pay attention to when it's occurring, which leads me to number 2, which is to be aware of your triggers. If you don't know what's triggering you to have obsessive moments about the past, especially in the sense of past relationships or past jobs, then you are not going to be able to make any progress. You're not going to be able to identify what it is that you have to stop doing or environments that you have to stop putting yourself in. So once you identify those triggers, then you are able to actually completely eliminate them so that you don't have to put yourself in that situation or in that environment that brings up the old memory or causes you to spiral into this deep, dark hole of going into the past, because that is not going to help you with where you want to go next. And that leads nicely into point 3, which is do not ruminate. So rumination is when you replay something in your mind over and over and over again. You may play it from your perspective and then start playing it from the perspective of other person or other people who were involved in the situation. And then you're like, well, what were they thinking at this time? Or could I have said this? If I would have done this thing, what would have been the outcome? Could it have been different? That's the thing about living life. Life is full of choices and life is full of hard decisions. So while yes, it's completely possible for you to have made a different decision that would change the complete trajectory of the way a situation worked out, but you also have to know that you can't control anything that has already occurred. All you can control is you and yourself and the decisions that you make moving forward with the knowledge that you've gained. And so ruminating can be extremely dangerous because it starts to become a habit. Like you're in this routine of daydreaming about something that's not a dream, it was a reality, but you're trying to kind of alter or twist that reality to fit something that makes you feel more comfortable. You have to remember that growth is uncomfortable. But also the idea of continually obsessing is also uncomfortable, or at least it should be. Because if you are just getting yourself into this place where your mind is focused on something that you cannot change, then how are you going to focus your mind on things that you can change? There's no room. You have to literally think about the capacity of your thoughts. If you're crowding that space with things from the past and just going over it and over it and over it again, realizing that as much as you think about it or try to rewrite it in your mind, it's not going to change. That is going to help you to be able to move forward and let go of that rumination process. Something that's really helpful to make sure that you're not getting into that trap of rumination is my fourth tip, which is to distract yourself. There are a ton of different things that you can do quickly and easily that can occupy your mind and that are actually going to be beneficial for you. These things could include reading a book, exercising, having a conversation with a friend, listening to your favorite music, watching your favorite movie or television show. You have so many things that you can use to distract yourself. But be careful with distractions because you don't want to get in a habit of just distract, where you're not really on any particular path, because then you're not going to make any progress toward where you need to be to move forward past that obsession that was holding you back. So pick healthy distractions that are going to then become healthy habits, helping you build new routines in your life. And those new routines are going to enhance your lifestyle, make you happier, and they don't make you necessarily forget the past, but they make you appreciate more so the present, and they help you to be excited about the future. And the fifth tip is that, I'm sure you've all heard this before, but you have to forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for past mistakes or forgive yourself for past choices. At the end of the day, we haven't done this before. None of us know what comes next. And so you make the best decisions that you can possibly make with the information that you have at that moment in time. Of course, there are so many things that I did when I was younger, early 20s, that I would love to go back and rewrite now that I'm in my early 30s and I've lived so much more life and I feel like I've gained wisdom and had so many more experiences. But what is the point of 32-year-old Amber thinking about what 22-year-old Amber should have done better? In a sense, yes, I can kind of assess my life and the choices that I made, and that helps me a lot with the advice that I'm able to give here on YouTube and as a life coach, but that's to help other people at this point. It's not gonna help me if I'm diving back into the past and obsessing over it and living in a reality that is not accurate anymore. All I can do is take what I've learned, take that knowledge, grow from it, and hopefully share it with those of you who are going through those things currently so that you can be empowered to make decisions and choices that you're going to be proud of. But also, even if you're not, that is okay. We've all done things that we're not exactly proud of. We've all had moments that we would like to go back and rewrite, but we can't. So forgive yourself, move forward, learn from it, grow from it, and continue to be excited about the person that you're becoming, the value that you've gained in life, and the wonderful experiences that you're going to continue to have as your life progresses. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Remember, join the family, make sure you subscribe. Also comment below something that you're working through. What have you obsessed over in the past that you're going to implement these steps into to help make sure that you don't continue that into the future. I'll see you all in the next one.
Please like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram at Affirmations with Amber.